If you were given the ability tomorrow to do everything 20% faster in life, would you take it? I'm willing to bet most of you would, but I'm here to tell you why that could be a really bad idea for you. Hey there, I'm Joe Simons, Lick Diamonds, outside here enjoying a beautiful day in Florida, and here's why most all of us don't need to do things 20% faster. The truth of it is we need to figure out what really is our mission in life, what's really important, figure out the whole 80-20, if you will. If you haven't heard of the 80-20 rule, it's that 80% of everything in life, including your happiness and your joy, comes from around 20% of the stuff. So knowing that, why not focus on that 20% and just do it better, do it smarter, not quicker? Because here's what I've learned, and in the corporate world, I think we're all trained the wrong way, and society has trained us the wrong way, that, oh, if we're busy and we work these long hours and we get all this little stuff done as quick as possible, then we got to be doing a good job, and hopefully that leads to raises, etc. But in reality, that does lead to some raises, but in reality, most people who really excel and really find happiness and have a little bit more freedom in their life, they're not working that much faster. They're working smarter. And a lot of them aren't even working as hard. I mean, take me for instance. I'm outside. I like to go enjoy my days. And in my prior business, I didn't do that. It was unhealthy as can be. And I was spinning my wheels. I was trying to get everything done as quick as I can, and if someone had given me, if some magic fairy or some potion I could take would let me do everything 20% faster, I would have taken as much of it as I possibly could. And yet all I would have done was fill up that time with more stuff, right? Because I never had enough time to get everything done. And if you felt that way, it's time to take a step back and ask yourself that 80-20 rule. Well, what is the 80% of the stuff that I probably don't have to do today? And you know what? I probably don't have to do ever. I'm willing to bet there's so much stuff in your life and so many commitments you made that you could just say no to them. That you could just honestly cut them out of your life completely, and your life will probably get a whole lot better, and you'll be able to focus on the stuff that's really important to you. Now, I know if you were like me and you would die to have that 20% extra in terms of speed and agility and getting stuff done. I'm willing to bet that you probably don't really have, a true mission or a purpose in life, because usually when you do, you're able to say no to all those little small things that don't really matter that much. And usually it's those small things that do take up so much of our time, that eat up so much of our calendars and really just of our mindset. It used to just drive me crazy looking at my calendar and seeing all this stuff that I didn't really want to do, but I kind of felt like I needed to do it for my business and even personal life. And it turns out I eliminated a lot of that stuff after I sold the company and found more of a fulfilling life and lifestyle. And guess what? I'm the happiest I've been. I go out, and if I want to just go swimming in the middle of the day, I'll go do it. If I want to go take a long walk in the middle of the day, or work out, or go hang out with a friend or my kids, I do it. And I've been able to cut out a lot of that just frivolous stuff because I've been able to focus on what's really important. So next time you have one of those days or months or weeks or years where you're just like, gosh, I'd give anything to be able to do this stuff faster, there's not enough time in the day, just take a step back, take a breather, and ask yourself what's really important here, and which of these things that's taking up my time and stressing me out is part of my mission. Which one of these things gets me further to my mission and to my purpose in life? And the ones that are a no, get rid of them. Take them off. Find ways to either delegate it in life or to just eliminate them completely. I promise you, you will be glad you did. A great book that I read that talks a lot about this was Tim Ferriss's book. The 4-Hour Workweek talks about it, about how to eliminate all the other distractions and crap you don't need. But the more recent one that Tim did, which is called Tools of Titans, he interviewed someone, and forgive me because I don't remember the guy's name, but the gentleman owns a lot of different businesses, and I'm sure all the guys like on the show Shark Tank have this same mindset. And he said the only way to really do it is to think of it this way. Think if you only had 2 hours in an entire week, or day if you want to, but 2 hours in a week to dedicate to this business or to this job or to this hobby or whatever it might be. How would I best spend that time? And when you really ask that question, like think of just something happened in your life where you were having to take care of a parent or a spouse, someone in the hospital, and you only had 2 hours in a given day or even a given week to use your time as strategically and as smartly as possible What would you do in those 2 hours? That's what you should focus on, and then do that really, really smart, not as quick as possible. But once you start thinking like that, and this doesn't just apply to business, this applies to life as well. Once you start really thinking like that, all right, if I only had a couple hours to spend on this project or on this job or whatever it might be, I'm telling you, all kinds of magic really happens when you're able to laser focus on those just 1 or 2 hours of things that really, really matter. And then the rest, you'll start seeing how much time frees up in your day to do fun stuff, or to go outside, or to spend time with the family. And I know I've got young kids, and some of you are probably saying, well, I got young kids and there's just no way. There's a lot of that stuff that has to get done, and I get that. But then again, as I remind my wife all the time, a lot of this stuff just doesn't really matter, and a lot of times the kids don't really care. Things don't have to always be perfect. They don't have to be done as quick as possible. They just need to be done smartly, and to pick the stuff out that truly matters and let the rest just go. It's tough to do, but once you do it, it really is liberating, and that's where a lot of the freedom happens, and it gives you control back of your life, control back of your time, control back of your calendar, and that truly equals a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment. And I have a whole little section on that, on just getting control back of your life and getting more freedom in your life, here in the book Fishing for Happiness. If you haven't picked up a copy, do it. I do want to let you know some bad news. It got its first 2-star review on Amazon. Check out why. I'll tell you why. The guy thought it was a book about fishing. It's actually not about fishing. It's fishing for happiness and catching more fulfillment, more purpose, and more meaning in your life. So check it out on Amazon, Fishing for Happiness. It's on Kindle now as well. And just start finding ways to get more control and more freedom back into your life. You will thank me, your family will thank you, even your boss will thank you. I encourage our employees to do the same thing, to pick out what's really important in the day, and don't let all the fluff, looking at social media and all this other stuff that just distracts you and really just eats away at your time, eats away at your calendar, and of course eats away at your control and your freedom in life. That's it. Joe Simons Like Diamonds, over and out. Poop.